Hi there, Aquarius. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is your mid-April reading. Let us see what comes forward for you. There's clarity you're coming to, Aquarius. There's clarity you're coming to. There is an air about you. There is, it's like wind. I'm feeling wind. There's some sort of clarity. Okay, these two want to pop out together. Whoa. Well, look at that. Okay. Okay, whoa. Alrighty. Okay. Now, of course, we are in Mercury retrograde, period. And this reading is for mid-April, but of course it can pertain a little before the middle portion of the month and also towards the end into May. So, Aquarius, you're coming in with your deep past, right? As a Seven of Swords in reverse. Speaking to a sort of coming out about a truth that we feel. Something that's very personal to us, that we aligned with, that we stood tall with, and we said, you know what, this is what I feel. Even if it's contrary, right, to what others may believe or feel. This is how I feel. Okay. And it could have regarded an emotionally dissatisfying situation. Okay, that may have involved many different people as well. I will say that. Okay. So I'm feeling like you made the contribution, the personal contribution that you needed to make to that situation in order to change it, right? Like I did what I could, right? I spoke my truth. I said what I needed to say. And coming into your recent past is the Nine of Cups upright. So after this revelation of some sort that you came to, there's this feeling of, now what? Now what, right? What comes after the Eight of Cups? So there is this clarity, right? This awareness that, you know what, I'm in a situation that's not emotionally satisfying, right? There's something that just doesn't work. Something is just not conducive, not harmonious. And, right, it's like there needs to be a decision that's made about that, okay? And beneath the Justice in reverse, you have the Three of Swords in reverse. So there's some sort of decision, right, that like a final sentiment, okay, that needs to be made, perhaps, and it could be legal. Absolutely, it could be legal, right? It's like, well, I said my part, but maybe that's not enough to close out the full cycle, okay? And it could be some sort of bond or partnership that we are in that regards this situation, okay? So now, Nine of Cups, right? It's like, okay, after I've come out about my truth, about how I feel about the situation, how is it going to transpire? What is the next stage, the next step, until we can close out this emotional cycle that has been emotionally dissatisfying, okay? But there's a certain level of hope I'm feeling for you that you feel in regards to it. There's an alleviation. You're like, right? Like I said what I needed to say, got it off my chest, right? And yes, I don't know what the next step is, but I feel better than I did, right? Before I made the contribution that I needed to the situation. And so you stepped into the Four of Pentacles in reverse, which led you down to the Ace of Cups, overlaying the Daughter of Swords in reverse. So, okay, Aquarius. Four of Pentacles in reverse, energetic pathway. Let me tune in 1 second. My tea bag is still in the cup, and so the string on the tea bag is still there too. So, yes, that was my little technical difficulty there, but nonetheless, Aquarius, it's almost like as I wait for the final sentiment, right? What is the answer going to be? What is it going to be like? What is it going to turn into, right? What is this new situation going to look like, taste like, feel like? I'm going to start to begin preparing for this new next chapter stage in my life. Even if it's not concrete, even if I'm not taking the pen out and the Sharpie marker, right? The permanent marker, and draw, right, the final sort of blueprint of how this next stage of my life is going to transpire, I'm going to at least start dreaming about it, visualizing it, thinking about it. Okay, because I feel that it's going to eventually lead me. I know it's going to lead me to this emotional renewal and satisfaction. And associated with this new beginning could be an individual who is somewhat characterized by the Daughter of Swords sort of archetype. Air sign, could be an air sign, or strong or air energy in their chart, right? But one who is creative also, I'm getting that. One who is creative, one who understands you, and maybe even understands what you've been through, understands the character, the nature of the experience that you've had. It's someone who I feel you see eye to eye with. But it's still impending whether or not they are exactly on board. Okay, so, and it may be due to there could be an impending legal side of whatever this closeout is that you're waiting, right, for so patiently. But you want, right? You're like, you may have even offered, right? You've extended an offer of emotional renewal to someone who has not yet responded, maybe, who is not yet, has not yet finalized their sentiment on it. It could be a partnership, right? In any sort of capacity. Or it could be your own energy, okay? It could be your own energy. But there's this need to clear out something and close out something once and for all before something new can begin. Okay, absolutely. And that's maybe why this Daughter of Swords is in reverse. It's almost like she's waiting, and her sword is pointing over at the Nine of Cups, like this cycle has to close out first. Okay, so, and it could be emotional, an emotional cycle, okay, as well. If this is your own propensity, though, Aquarius, and you are an air sign, right? Daughter of Swords, could be you, absolutely. There may be this need to come to terms with, in an intellectual way, in a rational way, right? Very clear-headed, clear-sighted way, how we feel about whatever happened, how we feel about whatever this was. Okay, come to terms with the decision that we made, or that we are hoping will be made. Okay, so there's a need to still oblige in some way. There's something that is not yet prepared. Okay, we'll say that. So. Now, in your advice is the Five of Swords in reverse. And I will also say this. Yes, we are in Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde. So there is that sort of pending energy, right? Before you finalize something, before you, especially if it's legal action or anything, right? Contractual, it may behoove you to wait until the astrological weather is more favorable for finalizing, right, something, and making something concrete. So There's a transmutation, though, that you're hoping for. Okay, you want to close out the cycle. You want there to be some sort of transformation, a complete, like you're ready for it. You're like, I want, right? I want this. That's something, right? Something is pulling you back to the situation that you know I still gotta, right? It's almost like the paperwork, the bureaucracy of whatever this transformation is, still is requiring of you to be, to handle it and deal with it until it closes out in its completion. So the Five of Swords, though, in reverse is in your advice. So again, it's that waiting energy, right? You may not want to just strike out. You may not yet want to just strike out, because what I'm feeling is that your intuition about the matter, whatever it is a little cloudy. Your perception, okay, and again, it's Venus retrograde, it's Mercury retrograde. So your perception, maybe at this time, is not going to be super clear, right? You may be seeing something, thinking something, and it may not be exactly the way that you think it is right now. And that's kind of how that energy works, right? Usually, is like Mercury retrograde, it's okay, right? You meet someone, and I could have sworn that they were like my dream person, right? Whatever you may be thinking, or I could have sworn that they were like perfect for this position, this job, right? This role, this partnership, this business I want to start. But then once Mercury, right? Once the energy of Mercury retrograde sort of wears off and you sober up, so to speak, things start becoming a lot more clear. Okay. In a way where it's like, whoa, I had no idea, right? That maybe that was a factor. I had no idea that, right, something was not yet resolved. Okay? So there's something where you're ready to offer something and you want a new beginning in some capacity. There's something that either you're not ready with or someone else is not ready with. Or they're not being forward with. Okay, so heed that, Aquarius. If you feel that there may be like something's a little fishy, right? Introspect about it. Okay, do the research that you need to do before you just jump into something new. Okay, I'm feeling that strongly. Now, your hopes and or fears is the Hierophant upright, which is almost like counseling the High Priestess in reverse. So it's almost like, right, what you want this clarity, you want the answer, you want this breath of fresh air, and you're hoping that you're almost going to be able to like maneuver your way through it. It's like, I hope my GPS is going to work, right? I'm going to be driving through this really hazy, foggy land, and I hope that there's a lighthouse somewhere, okay? It's almost like this, Aquarius, like, there's something you don't know. There's an answer that you're waiting for. There's something that you're waiting to come full circle, and you're like, you're either seeking counsel from an outside source that you're hoping will clarify whatever this is that you feel somewhat confused about, or you're hoping, it's like, I'm entering into a situation that I feel like not fully comfortable with maybe, or I feel I don't fully understand in some capacity. But I hope, right, that I'm going to be wise about it. I hope that my inner wisdom and my knowing, I'm going to kind of have the answers in some way, if that makes sense for you. But you're coming to the Two of Wands upright in your final outcome. So there is a coming to a point. Okay, there is a coming to a point, and we're seeing very much a desire in your environment. The Hanged Man upright. Well, the Hanged Man is in reverse here, but when the Hanged Man is in reverse on this card specifically, in this deck specifically, the Hanged Man is erect. It's like upright, looking head on. It's like awoken. So where there is this sort of this desire, okay, to wake up from this old situation I'm feeling, there's still something that is left in pending about it. So it's like your circumstance, it's almost like you're trying to force the circumstance to be ready. But I'm feeling, right, that the more that you internalize it and you wait it out a little bit, wait it out, I'm feeling it's absolutely something to do with Mercury retrograde, okay? It absolutely could be for some of you. Wait until your intuition, your personal intuition is clear about it, all right? Now, in your energetic pathway, you have the Empress and the Son of Pentacles. Empress upright, Son of Pentacles in reverse. Son of Pentacles is looking up at my clear crystal quartz wand. And the Empress card is overlaid by this smoky quartz. So, Empress right above the High Priestess in reverse. There is an, whatever this transformation is for you, whatever this answer is that you're trying to come to, regards spirituality, regards how you feel intuitively about it. It's like that's your navigating force. Okay, but I'm feeling don't force it. I'm hearing that. Don't force it. You may really want something, right? You may really want a new beginning in some capacity. But something about the circumstance, the environment, is you don't have the full answer about something. Capricorn. I almost said Sagittarius, and then I almost said Capricorn. I said Capricorn. So if you know, there may be something going on with those two signs, okay? You may want to check those videos out. Now, nonetheless, right? Empress, fertile energy. We have the moon on that card. There's an emphasis on intuition, right? High Priestess is the most intuitive card in the deck. So, but it's reflective, right? They're sort of reflecting one another. The Empress upright and the High Priestess in reverse. So your stability, I'm feeling your stability, is a reflection of your stability, of aligning with your intuition. Right? Taking it into your own hands. If this is a person, okay, and you're waiting, right, to maybe offer something or for them to accept something or something like that, I'm feeling, Aquarius, that it may not be a matter of that, of them, of that answer. It's a matter of you in the process of waiting for this closeout, right? To focus on internalizing whatever this energy is, this new beginning, this emotional renewal, embodying that, okay? Aligning with your intuition, aligning with yourself. Let me tune in 1 second, Aquarius. But there's a desire for movement. There's a desire to take action. I feel that, absolutely. But you're being beckoned to grow your roots in some way. It's almost like before you like rebound onto something, I'm feeling rebound. Before you just, right, totally from an 8 to a 9 to an ace. It's like that's a really quick flop or a flip. Okay, so I'm feeling that before you 180, right? Stabilize, come into your own, right? Come into your own, seek what you need to feel secure and stable, to be the change that you really are seeking to bring about around you within your environment, right? Sagittarius got a very similar energy. Okay, so, and I almost said Sagittarius. So if you know Sagittarius, if you have a Sagittarius ascendant, rising, or moon sign, you may want to check that video out. Nonetheless, there's this need this need to clarify your path forward as an individual, your individual path forward, of even where, right, you want to stabilize and grow your roots. And I feel that much of that will be guided by way of your intuition. And you're going to be motivated. You're going to be motivated, right, to do so, to take that action that you need to take. The Empress is a fire energy card. Two of Wands, fire. But there's, again, the stabilization of the Son of Pentacles. And to some degree also, the Empress is somewhat stable. Earth, a tree. So where we want to stand up, right, and wake up and make a change and have a renewal and come to the answer and make this change, this final strike. You're being beckoned, Aquarius, to internalize the process first. Okay? To internalize the process first and depend on yourself, right, before you seek the change, that reflective change, right, between you and your environment or you and